What the hell is that? Explosives? Oh. Haha, now I can start shit. Look at that go. At least it's the rear airbag. Be easier to do. See that? It says a professional sprayer. Soap and water. I've literally crawled up and down this truck because I parked it here yesterday after we took Alice's truck to hook up to the spread, and brought Tiny home, and like this morning it's sitting on its stops. Like, what in tarnation? This thing's never leaked air. So I figure, well, it's a secondary air system leak. It's got to be an airbag. At first I thought it was a sleeper bags possibly, but as you saw, it's this guy back here. This one. And it took all the spraying in the world to finally find it. You sometimes have to get underneath there and spray it every single nook and cranny. Like on Alice's truck, it was leaking like right there, and it could barely leak. It was just enough to lose air, but you couldn't tell without this guy, without soap and water. So anyway, we're gonna get a new airbag, I guess, and replace it, because no sense in blowing that out on the road. Yay. At least it's on the back. It's easy to do. Yeah, that truck shouldn't be leaking that air. Let's fix it. Looks like that filter's getting up there too. I don't know. This is getting a little dirty. It's been in there for a while, so might as well change that guy too. I guess I found my annoying bumper rattle. Looks like this one's doing it too. Somehow got loose. I know how. It's by them rough Pennsylvania roads my wife was on. She could hear that. It's so annoying. Hear that chatter? I didn't know it was coming from the bumper, but it was just the most annoying thing in the world. Man. My wife had that bumper on her truck, and she used to run Pennsylvania with it, so I guess that's probably why. So this is what I do when I do airbags. Put a couple blocks under it, under the frame. We'll put one over there just for good measure. Precision cut. You know, the bears, they give me a thumbs up on them amber lights. I know you guys probably don't believe me, but it's true. I'd never lie. Actually, I don't. I usually don't lie. Sorry. So I do 2 blocks. That way it's sitting even. We're going to change this airbag. And what I do is I dump my bags, and I leave them dumped. And then you can get to all your stuff, because then the pressure's off the bag and the frame's raised up, so you can actually get the bag in and out. If you don't support your frame up like this, or put a jack under it or something, you'll never get the bag back in. As soon as you disconnect this line to remove that airbag, you're going to lose all your air pressure, and the thing's going to flop down on it. So you need something supporting it, whether it's a jack stand or blocks underneath the rear ends. It'll help. So as you can see, we got all the air dumped out of the bags. Our frame's sitting on that. Bags are flat. we can start disconnecting all our air lines and we'll be able to get our bag in and out. Something over here ain't been right. Oh yeah, I hate these bushings. Luckily I got a bunch of spares now that we took all Alice's fairings off. That one I've never replaced. So I'm gonna take this fairing off real quick and see what the hell's going on over there. So the problem that lies here is this is the dumbest design in the world. As you can see, this bar wears out and then they want you to buy the whole freaking stupid fairing. Peterbilt. Kenworth. I think this is a Kenworth design actually. Peterbilt just adopted it. Look at this particulate filter and SCR. I love it. I love saving the environment one truck at a time. I think we're just gonna fix this up real quick and use this hose thing here to our advantage. All right, so we got that fixed. This is a little rubber piece that goes underneath this bushing because there's too much slack on these rods and these things just sag and they look dumb. So that is my fix. I don't care because it works. And look, I'm moving it up and down. No more slack. That'll help. This is a heavy duty rubber hose for coolant. It'll serve perfectly. These zip ties are just kind of here to hold it down so it doesn't try to flop out or anything. And yeah, now we put this fairing back on, it'll look legit. See, no more sag. And before, this was digging into down there, so it ain't moving, so we are good. Oh, so here's our new bag. This is a TRP bag because it's about, I don't know. I think it's about $100 cheaper than the actual PACCAR one, and they're about the same damn thing. So here's a part number. This is for a Peterbilt Flex Air or Kenworth AG380 suspension, which is this kind of suspension, Flex Air. $146 for this bag at Peterbilt. So it's not too bad. So, yeah, disconnect your doohickeys from your quick connects, and these can be a pain. You gotta push the thing down, push the little collar down, and then they come out. And there's another one down here. And you want to spin all your fittings out, like this guy. We want to take it out before we take the bag out because it's going to be a lot easier. Take your fitting out and clean that guy up. Don't care about anything falling in there anymore because that bag is junk. And I don't know why I got that coupler there. I must have cut it for some damn reason, not knowing why. But yep, now you can do our bolts. These studs I think we're gonna have to spin out, and then there's a bolt on the bottom of the bag. Ooh, old guy noises right there. Looks like a 3/4 to me. What says you guys? We'll zip that guy out real quick and take the bag off. That damn washer never comes with it. But that's okay. There we go. There's your bolt. Oh, she's stuck down there. Come on. She needed a little persuasion. Can't be stuck if it's liquid. Let's see if she moves now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she was stuck in there pretty good. Alright, I gotta put you guys down while I remove this. See, after a while, they develop these cracks in the rubber, and they'll just start to leak. Why don't you replace some oil? Because I don't want to. I'll replace them when they fail. That's the way to do maintenance. See if we can spin these studs out. Probably not. I guess we'll see, because the new bag doesn't have them. I guess it would kill them to put studs in that, so those won't come out because they're kind of like set in there for life. So we're gonna go find some in our trusty old Cletus McFarlane hardware kit. That's what we're going with. Bolts. Bolts and hose. I mean bolts. Not bolts and hose. Bolts. Bolts and hose. Bolts. Bolts. No, bolts. Bolts and lock washers. And flat washers. Because we're pimps. Let's set this guy in there. Them old boys been hauling them manure for a couple days now. Alright. That always happens, like literally always. Okay. Pipe thread, right? It's going into an airbag. Any kind of air fitting. I prefer the paste. I don't like the tape. The tape sucks. So we're gonna schmutz it up. We're gonna spin our fitting in and be done. Click. Click. These are push locks. That's all you do. And we are done. Or are we? I always like to tug on these because when you pull on them, tug on it. When you pull on them, they won't come out. So make sure that they're in. So we're rocking bolts with lock washers. They're 8 grade, so shouldn't have a problem. One last thing we forgot to do, I'll put that away. We gotta tighten up our bottom bolt. Get our blocks out. And we are done with that. A couple other things we need to do still though. I am trying something new. I went and got a shorter bottle jack from Harbor Freight because it wouldn't fit between the frame rails. Because really there's no good way of getting this damn thing up off the ground. And I'm trying to get these stupid pins from popping. But I'm getting grease through it. Sweet. Let's see if that did the trick. Oh my God, look how quiet that is. Yeah, obviously I'm turning the wheel stationary, so you might hear a little bit of pop here and there. A couple pops. Nothing as bad as it used to be. Oh my God, that's so much better. See if I had any water in the fuel. Little tiny bit. Not much. This has still got winter. This has still had some winter blend in it though, from where we ran. Oh man, that smells good though. That's some high quality diesel. Look how yellow it looks. It looks like my pee. I didn't pee in it. That's some good. No, that's some good smelling diesel, man. It smells like it's got good sulfur in it and all that. It smells like it's got lubricity. You just know. You could just smell it. Should go put this back in the fuel tank and not waste it. Maybe. What do you guys think? That gauge is pretty useless because on a Cummins it doesn't work. But this gauge will work. Ooh, look at that. Look at that bad boy go. Don't be inaccurate now. Is it reading ambient? No, it doesn't have a thermocouple. Hopefully it'll settle down. These are quite the pain in the butt to remove. You gotta kind of, this is a locking collar and then the gauge sits inside there and it's threaded. So you gotta hold this with something and then you gotta twist this inside with something. Unfortunately for me, some buttholes at PACCAR decided, oh, let's put some crap on this. I'll show you guys. Got like a bunch of garbage on there. Almost like, I don't know, so they put some sort of a sealant on there and the white stuff. The other gauge over there doesn't have it because I took it out. But anyway, these sit like so. This comes out the front and then this is the locking tab that goes on the back and threads in and holds it against the dash. So basically, you have to loosen this guy up and then the gauge comes out the front. But like I said, I pretty much screwed this gauge up because it was stuck. Now I don't care because I don't need to use it. It's a novelty piece now. We're gonna put our boost gauge. We're gonna move it over there and then we're gonna put our pyro over here. So we had to take our dash apart here and here, obviously. And we fed the cable down yonder and down there. I've installed a hole with a grommet. I'm just gonna feed it through and make it come out the other side. Yeah, I know the hole's a little bit big, but it'll work. There we go. Set it over here for now so it's out of the way. And I can put our bottom panel back together. Make sure that this guy's not in the way of anything. Should be good there. All right, let me just put this guy back in its place. Make sure you're not pinching anything. These snap in fairly easily. If they don't, you're doing it wrong. So this is our cable here. This is all factory wiring. I don't know why they run it like that in front of the damn fuse box. This is our spread wiring, and so that one will work nicely there. Put our cover back on and send it. Now we have our thermocouple. We got two different adapters for it, so we're going to figure out which one we want to use, and we'll go from there. This is going to go behind the exhaust, in the exhaust behind the turbo, and then it just connects to this wire here, which will run probably up and over the firewall there somehow. So right now I'll just throw it like that. But now I can connect our power to our gauge. It's hanging there, which I think we'll just jump off the factory harness. So we'll get our voltmeter checker dealy and figure out where the hell our power is and figure out where our ground is, and we'll be in business. I know, most people hate those, but on the inside, they're fine. I don't ever have a problem with them. If anybody's wondering, white's ground and brown on these jumper wires for these PACCAR gauges is power. So yeah, white ground, black power. So let's put this back in and See if our gauge works. All right, moment of truth. Does it light up? Oh, look at that. We spread our exhaust wrap apart and we took our little thermocouple, took a step bit and just drilled it. And actually this, when you go right in the downpipe, you don't really even need to thread it because it goes right in. So now we're just gonna connect these up and tighten this down and we're done. There she goes. She moved up. Well, it's working. Today's Monday. Finally got that load, that cheese load. It's actually going to Green Bay. It's been a long day of paperwork and bureaucracy, phone calls, and I changed fuel filters on Tiny because that one was getting plugged up, and I figured, well, might as well do the other one too. We booked the load on Friday to go out. Alice should be home Wednesday-ish. I'm waiting for the broker to tell us when we can unload it because they're saying that the facility here is 24 hours, so maybe we could pop in there and unload it Wednesday evening. It'd be nice. And then Thursday I can go through the trailer a little bit here. I ordered a couple swanky devices for the inside. And then we can, we're going to go load Friday, and I think we're going to come back home and then leave out at Saturday because we're going to Colorado. We're going to Colorado. And then we'll see what we're going to do from there. It was a good rate, so I took it. It paid as much as the rates that go to Utah, but it's 500 less miles, so I took that. And I can get stuff out of Colorado with the reefer. I actually was going to do a bounce over from there to Salt Lake to grab one of these cheese loads because this broker wants to load us all the time. It's actually a pretty sweet deal. It's not a bad rate, and it's easy load. It's heavy, but it's easy. And you can run I-90, 94. So I'm going to try to hop over to Utah and grab one of these coming back, and that'll be a good little week. And then we're going to try to keep moving. We're going to try to keep pounding the pavement like that and make some money because sat home for long enough, and it'd kind of be nice to make some of this money back. That's right. Maybe we'll buy another trailer. I don't know. It'd be nice because then we wouldn't have to wait. Actually, that'd be ideal.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone.
Damn, somebody lost a banana peel. Better not slip on that. What the hell are you guys doing? You're drunk or what?